A lot of people upset and worried this morning after a major security breach that has forced Sony to shut down its PlayStation Network. Now the government has stepped in and is questioning Sony about the security leak. It's one of the largest breaches of confidential user info ever. Look at that, folks. We talk about names, email addresses, passwords, even credit card information stolen by hackers. As many as 70 million people subscribe to the PlayStation Network. Our digital lifestyle expert, Mario Armstrong, here with me this morning. Mario, good to see you here. And help people put this in perspective. Are we just talking about gamers, or would they be the only ones that have their information on this network?
No, and I'm so glad that you actually realized this and pulled this out, because so many people, I think, are just thinking it's just a gamer issue, man, and it's not. We're talking about people that also use Sony internet-connected televisions. I have one in my house and enjoy it, but right now I can't enjoy the network, meaning I can't get to Netflix, I can't get to Hulu, I can't download movies, TV shows, and online music and other entertainment that I'm used to having because that Sony PlayStation Network is down. So it affects more than just gamers.
Yeah, I was worried that people hear it and they hear PlayStation and that's just those gamers, and that's certainly not the case. What do we know about the possibility and how many possible credit card numbers were actually stolen?
So Sony's been on record saying, and I do give them credit for kind of at least coming forward and saying, look, we did get breached. We don't know if credit card data was stolen, but we want you to be aware of it. So you can take some precautions of that.
Yeah, but a lot of people said they were late.
Well, they have said that they were late in terms of making that known, but I also think, look, when you're doing forensics in terms of what did get hacked and what was accessed, sometimes you need a little bit of time. Now, I can't say did they take longer than they should have. It appears to be that way, and public opinion certainly suggests so when you look at the timeline of events. But I will tell you this. They did say that that credit card data was encrypted. Now, that does not mean it cannot be hacked. And online chatter right now, I cannot verify this, but online chatter in hacker forums says that about 2.1 million credit cards were attained. But again, there's no evidence out there that suggests that this is real information just yet.
Okay, Mario, who did this? I mean, how tech savvy would somebody have to be to pull off something of this magnitude?
Well, you know, it all depends on how weak is the infrastructure of the network. Now, I have to believe that Sony and any other company that has security information would put several layers of security in place. But it seems like it was done through the PlayStation 3. I cannot verify that yet, but it seems that hackers and other researchers are suggesting that the actual PlayStation console was maybe the weakest link in the security, and that's how they got access in.
Okay, when is this network going to be back up? Do we have any idea yet? What's Sony telling us?
Now, we don't have any idea yet, and what we did hear lately, though, is that Sony chairman Kaz Hirai is actually going to speak formally to Tokyo journalists tomorrow. This will be the first appearance by the Sony chairman to talk about exactly what's happened and give us more details as to the state of when we can expect things to come back up. And look, the U.S. government, Taipei, the city of Taipei in Taiwan, they're all sent letters to Sony and have said, look, we want answers by May 6th. Tell us something and tell us how this happened, and also how are you going to plan to compensate users that have been affected.
All right, we'll see what happens here. But, man, when you hear 70 million folks could be affected by this, that just leaves you scratching your head.
Check your credit card statements, folks. Cancel that credit card.
All right, and make more complicated. We put some of the tips up. We'll try to get those back out. We'll send them out.
Great.
Man, some of the simple, common sense stuff we still don't do sometimes. Mario, good to see you as always, buddy. You enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right, take care.